On a Tuesday night at the Pound, a neighborhood bar in Levittown, Ed is already at the table, ordering the usual drinks before the rest of the guys even walk in. That's the ritual. Tuesday, the Pound, same table, same light, same low warmth of a room that has been exactly this temperature for longer than anyone has thought to measure. Nothing has changed. Ed is first. He is always first. He goes straight to the table. Tina is already moving. She sets down his drink before he finishes sitting, the same way she has set it down for 11 years. Ed reaches for it. Then doesn't. A half second. No more than that. Tina clocks it from across the bar. She says nothing. She has earned the specific knowledge of when not to ask. Takis arrives mid-sentence. He is carrying some injustice from the workday. The grout, apparently. The grout has done something unforgivable.
And then the guy has the balls, the actual balls, to tell me it's my fault the grout exploded.
Lenny follows. He has the look of a man who has been somewhere that required concentration and has not yet surfaced.
There's a situation. Work situation.
Drew comes in behind Lenny. No announcement, no preamble. He finds his seat the way Drew finds everything, without ceremony, without requiring the room to reorganize around him. Sam is last. He puts a hand on Takis's shoulder, easy, smooth. A beat too long to be nothing.
Yo, what's up?
Before he sits, before he even looks at the table.
Bring him another.
Too fast. The table doesn't register it, Tina does. Sam settles in. The table finds its shape. For a moment it looks exactly like every other Tuesday.
So, what happened with that thing?
Nothing.
Good.
The thing about the word nothing is that it only gets used when something is the answer. Not comfortable silence, the kind that begs to be filled. Lenny is the one who cracks first. He always is.
So, anyway. Work thing. Somebody forgot to push a button on a Friday before a 3-day weekend, and now everyone's pretending they didn't know what that button did.
Classic. Always the button. Remember that time Sam almost pushed the wrong button on the panel, the one that would have shorted out the whole block?
That was a switch. Big difference. Buttons are sneaky.
This button cost us 6 figures.
Someone should have labeled it.
See? That's the Sam I know. Always an angle. Always a way to make it someone else's fault.
It worked, didn't it?
Drew watches Sam. Not the Sam who just defended his angle. The Sam from 2 minutes ago who said nothing and stopped reaching for his drink.
So, about this nothing thing. Was it one of those nothing until it's something nothings? Or more of a nothing ever, don't even think about it nothing?
It was a guy. Made a call, didn't go anywhere. End of story.
Good. That's good. That's the right answer. Everything stays the same.
Nobody asked him.
It's fine. Just a guy with too much time on his hands.
But what kind of guy? Like, someone you knew? Or a headhunter? Because a headhunter means they're looking. That means there's a position.
It died.
Did it die naturally? Or was it more of a termination? Because if the role is being filled internally, that's a red flag. Or if they're outsourcing...
Lenny, it was never alive. It's fine.
Fine. Everything's fine. We're fine.
He gestures around the table, a little too much. The gesture of a man convincing himself.
You know what we need? The old Pound challenge. Who could get Tina to sing Don't Stop Believin'?
Ed catches Tina's eye as she goes by. She gives him a look that contains an entire opinion about the current state of the table. She moves on.
They're being careful tonight.
The table doesn't hear it.
Didn't Sam get her to sing that one time? Or was that Lenny?
That was Drew. He said he'd propose to her.
I said I'd consider it.
Small laugh, the first real one of the night.
See? Good times. We need more of this. So what are we doing Saturday? Pound's got that new band, or we hit Finnegan's after, or Vula's, she'd feed us, poker, old school, just, us.
Lenny looks at his watch. Drew studies his beer.
Vula's on a Saturday. Always a good call.
Wendy's got that yoga thing. I'd have to check the calendar.
It's poker, Lenny, not a board meeting.
Sam looks up from his bottle. He looks at Takis. Then at each of them in turn, the faces all trying to hold the shape of a normal Tuesday. He doesn't say yes.
I'll try to make it.
That's new. Used to be, where are we meeting?
Good band, I heard.
Nobody says anything about it. Nobody needs to. Ed has covered the silence, and they are all grateful to let him. The night keeps moving. The bar thickens slightly, then settles. The machinery of a Tuesday running the way it runs. Drinks, stories, the comfortable back and forth of men who know each other well enough to argue about nothing, because the nothing is safe.
About Saturday. The yoga thing is just a class. Wendy's flexible. But I'd need to know start time for poker and approximate end time. And if we're ordering food, I can coordinate.
Lenny, it's poker. We show up. Vula feeds us. We play until someone runs out of money or stamina. It's not a P&L statement.
It's a commitment. Commitments have parameters, like this nothing call. Did you get any parameters? What's the salary band? Is it lateral or a step up? Because if it's a step up, you need to factor in opportunity cost.
There's no salary band, there's no step up.
But what if there was? Would it change your hours? Would you lose seniority? Is there a probationary period? Because sometimes there's a signing bonus, but they claw it back if you leave within a year. So you have to calculate the net present value of the total.
Lenny.
Compensation package, which?
Lenny.
Right, nothing. I'm just saying, as a friend.
Okay, new subject. Everybody remember the pound pledge?
The pound pledge. Ed remembers the pound pledge. They all remember the pound pledge. Nobody is particularly excited about the pound pledge.
The ritual. When someone's having a bad week, which nobody is, we stand up and declare our allegiance to Tuesday. We haven't done it in years. I'm bringing it back.
He stands up. It should be noted that standing up in the middle of the pound on a Tuesday night is something only Takis would do, because only Takis believes that sincerity is most effective when performed at full volume.
I'm Takis, and I pledge my allegiance to this table, this beer, and this beautiful Tuesday. Now, you.
He points at Sam. Sam gives a small smile, the smile of a man who has seen this coming and prepared the minimum viable response.
Yeah, me too.
No. You gotta say it. I'm Sam, and I pledge my... Come on. For the old times.
Sam looks around the table, the expectant faces, the slight discomfort of men who will follow Takis's lead if Sam goes first.
I'm Sam, and I pledge my allegiance to the usual.
He doesn't stand. He doesn't raise his glass. Takis looks at Lenny, at Ed, at Drew. Nobody moves. Nobody joins in. Takis sits back down slowly, says nothing. Across the room, Drew turns his head. He finds Tina. She's been watching. She gives him a small nod. That's all.
So if compensation wasn't the factor, was it commute? Because that's a quality of life issue, and you can actually put a number on...
You guys are very thorough for people who said it was nothing.
She's gone before anyone responds.
What does she know?
It's due diligence, Takis. Sam, scope of work. Was it project management or more hands-on? Because you're a hands-on guy. If they're taking you away from that...
They're not taking me away from anything.
Sam's phone on the table. He glances at the screen. Doesn't answer. Flips it back over. But the table saw.
That him?
What?
The guy. Was that the guy?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You went like this.
I check my phone. People check their phones. That's the thing that happens.
You checked it like it was something.
It was nothing.
You flipped it back over.
I always flip it back over.
You don't always flip it back over.
It buzzes again. Sam looks at the screen. Not someone he knows, not nobody either. He puts it face down, faster this time. His jaw tightens. He picks up his drink and says nothing. In the gap, while the others are briefly caught by something on the television, Drew leans toward Ed, almost inaudible, just for him.
He doesn't know if he wants the job. He wants to still be the kind of guy who doesn't.
Ed nods once, doesn't respond, just shifts slightly. He glances at Sam. Sam is already looking at him. One beat, then Sam looks away. Late now, the table quieter, the bar thinned to the people who are staying. The offer has not been taken. It has not been turned down. It is still in the room the way things are when nobody is saying them, but nobody has forgotten them either.
You know what I don't get? You take one call, one stupid call, and now everyone's got to act like you're better than the rest of us.
The laughter from the TV fades. Lenny stops fidgeting. Drew is still. Sam puts down his drink, low, controlled.
Nobody's acting like anything, Takas.
Oh, yeah? Then why is it try to make it now? Used to be, where are we meeting?
It's not about being too good, it's about...
He can't finish it. He glances at Ed, then away.
It's about something. That's what it's about. And we were fine. We are fine.
He gestures around the table. His hand is shaking slightly. It's not anger, it's hurt. Ed reaches for the pretzel bowl at the center of the table. He picks it up, looks at it, sets it back down.
Anyone want another round? Tina. The button thing. What's the actual fix?
It's always a process. We're implementing two-factor authentication for all Friday commits, plus a mandatory end-of-week audit trail. Overkill, but the optics...
Sam watches Lenny, then Takis, who is staring at the table. He leans back, the familiar posture. There's a weariness to it. The specific tiredness of someone who has been carrying something since before he sat down.
I just want one place where I don't have to explain myself.
Lenny stops mid-sentence. Takis looks up. Drew doesn't move. Ed nods once, slow. Nobody says anything. Nobody asks him to elaborate. The room just lets it sit there. That is, in its way, the best thing it can do. Then Ed lifts his glass slightly.
I heard Finnegan's has that cover band back. The one with all the journey.
The guys with the bandana drummer? They're actually pretty tight. For a cover band.
Tight? They charge $10 cover for songs that were free on the radio. It's a scam.
It's not a scam if you know what you're paying for. That's just inflation.
Takis leans forward to argue. Lenny starts listing venues. Drew picks up his beer. The table is back in motion. This is what Ed does. He has been doing it for 11 years. He finds the thread and he pulls and the room follows without knowing it was led.
To inflation and cover bands.
As the night goes on, it becomes clear that what scares Sam isn't the job. It's what wanting the job might mean. If one of them changes even a little, then the ritual changes with him. The room has loosened again. Not all the way, enough. Glasses mostly empty, pretzel bowl wrecked. The table back in one piece, at least from a distance.
Last call.
Nobody reacts like it's news. Lenny reaches for his wallet too early. Takis is still in the middle of something. Drew drains the last of his beer. Sam looks like himself again, or close enough. Ed is already stacking bills without making a thing of it.
I'm telling you, the button's not the problem. It's the whole. Nobody respects the whole.
That's not how buttons work.
That's exactly how buttons work.
That's how everything works now. It's never the thing.
Too close. Takis points at him.
Don't do that.
Small laugh. It passes. The guys peel off in the usual stagger. Coats, tabs, the comfortable dispersal of men who know their exits. Sam hangs back, just enough to make it look like nothing.
Next Tuesday?
Too fast.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yep.
Ed looks at Sam.
Yeah.
Sam nods once, like he didn't need the answer. He did. Tina moves in on the table. Glasses, napkins, the remains of what the night was. She wipes the ring off the empty table. For a moment, just the room. Sam will take the call or he won't. The table will be here either way. That's the whole thing, really. That's what Tuesday is. Not a solution, a constant. Next week, they'll be back. And Sam will be there. He asked,